Last game before Christmas for both these teams. Heavyweight contenders for the crown, but no longer cast as favourites. Arsenal coming off the back of defeat at Everton on Tuesday night. City have lost 2 of their last 3 Premier League fixtures. When Pep Guardiola hands in a team sheet, and today there's a surprise because he's named the same goalkeeper and back 4. The first time he's done that during his City tenure. That means that again there's no place for John Stones. Ilkay Gundogan's place in midfield goes to Fernando. Gundogan out for the season with a bad knee injury. Fernandinho is suspended. Further forward, David Silva gets the number 10 role. There's a start for Leroy Sané. Nolito steps down, so Kevin De Bruyne is a candidate to play as a false 9. In the continuing absence side beaten at Goodison, Petr Cech has failed to keep a clean sheet in his last 7 league games. An 8th would set an unwanted personal record. Gabriel continues to deputise for the injured Mustafi in a back 4 benefiting from a fit again Bellerin. The centre midfield duo of Coquelin and Xhaka is retained. Ramsey close to a return, but not ready yet. The change comes on the left side of the attacking trio, where Alex Iwobi replaces Oxlade-Chamberlain. Ozil's mesmeric form has made him a treat to watch, and the same goes for Alexis Sanchez, and is the match referee. Chelsea setting the pace, and quite a pace. Which of these two is better equipped to chase them down?
To make good contact, and missed it.
Sanchez. Lovely ball. Walcott! A 5th-minute lead for Arsenal. Time for a long, hard drink if you're sitting on the City bench.
Well, I mean, you know, they had the chance, Manchester City, just moments before. Koscielny missed the ball. And Sanchez is given all the kind of freedom in the world in that little pocket of space. He's not closed, and he has time to turn, have a little look, pick out a very good pass. And he just takes Otamendi out of the game. And I thought it was going to get stuck under Walcott's feet for a while, but he did well to actually sort them out and just place it away from Bravo. And what a start.
And what an expression on his face as he wheeled away. And Sterling!
Well, I'm shocked that he's missed. And just what I was thinking about the way Arsenal opened Manchester City up. Manchester City have the players to open Arsenal up, and it happened here. And it's an absolutely exquisite ball from De Bruyne. I think he has to go at it with a little more commitment, Sterling. That should have been buried.
It's going to be 5-5 this. De Bruyne. And a header wide. Flag was up on the near side anyway as Touré rose.
Yeah, it's nicely worked. You could see as soon as you saw Silva standing there, you knew it was going to be a short one, and then the little dink. Touré just kind of drifted.
That's a clever way to play a back pass.
Yeah, Bellerin knew nothing about it. I don't think he'll be too delighted with Gabriel here for that. I think Perry.
Xhaka. Ozil. Walcott.
He went for the tough skill, knowing that he was going to be closed down. Otamendi is still appealing for the assistant to raise a flag, felt that Walcott had strayed. Touch and go, isn't it? And they're never easy.
Monreal. And a guided header, guided wide by Walcott.
I mean, this happened so quickly. I think Manchester City just seemed to be caught off guard. Certainly Theo Walcott, who had the chance, and it was a better chance than he made of it.
Sanchez looking for space in the middle. Sanchez now has the ball, but no space. Iwobi. And Bellerin.
That's the difference between the teams, what we've just witnessed there. Manchester City are kind of going nowhere when they go forward. There's more sharpness, there's more purpose to what Arsenal are doing, and they're keeping the ball alive by much quicker movement. And that was well considered.
Leading men a spell of time off over Christmas or New Year. There's Sané. De Bruyne was lurking at the near post. Manchester City have a corner. And offside, Monreal. Rendered Iwobi's fine finish, academic.
Yeah, he's not happy, but it looked it. I mean, sometimes when you're just focused on getting the next one, you take your eye off things, and good call.
De Bruyne takes. Firm downward header by Yaya Toure.
Manchester City have laboured, but they should be level. And Arsenal look as if they're one side. Raise it, respond.
Silva. And Sané! That's the response. Arsenal scored within 5 minutes of the start of the first half. City within 2 minutes of the restart.
Well, the big difference in what we've just seen there and what we saw in the first half was that was with urgency and purpose. And once the run was made from Sané, I just wonder, was he off? And it's very, very tight. And he's got the benefit. But I think he does well to adjust, because at one stage he has his back to goal. Once this is flicked through from David Silva, and he still has the time to be able to compose himself and slot it. Really well taken.
First goal for Manchester City, tripped by Silva. De Bruyne. Sané's it again! Smothering save by the veteran Czech.
Yeah, listen, he's got a flash to make his mind up, Sané, because he could have gone for the dink and he could have looked to go the other side of Petr Cech, but De Bruyne releases him this time absolutely perfectly. No hint of offside. But little things sometimes, John, can make a big difference, and it is Sané's favourite side to work from.
Sterling. Cech covered his post.
Yeah, I mean, he saw this nice and early from Sterling. It's a very good hit. I mean, he pings it, but you're right, John. It's
the bench. It's just over 25 minutes.
Well, those two seem to be having a duel as to who's going to get the start, and it was Iwobi today.
Months to go on his Arsenal contract. So the feeling is it's now or never if he's going to nail down a long-term. De Bruyne deflected, saved.
Well, I suspect he's going to be needed a fair bit more based on what we've seen so far. And once the deflection comes into play, he reacts very well. But the check wasn't that convincing from Xhaka.
Glorious cross-field effort. Sterling, this stretches Arsenal. Forces gathering in the middle. Sterling! Never mind the forces in the middle. He's a one-man wrecking force. Arsenal have lost their lead. Parity's gone as well. City in a position to win from behind in the Premier League for the first time in 4 years.
Magnificent from De Bruyne to get Raheem Sterling away. And it's the one difference for Manchester City between first and second halves. First, we didn't see the cutting edge. This is what you call cutting edge. Taking on his fullback, bang. Petr Cech not expecting it to come through because two defenders are in the process of trying to block it, Monreal and Koscielny. And he thinks that near post is guarded. And is it through legs? Yeah, it's through Monreal's. And that's why the keeper hasn't allowed for it. And he's caught. Got the turnaround he wanted.
Through for Coquelin. And Arsenal now find themselves, for the second time this season, of requiring a late goal to salvage a point.
One. And Pep Guardiola's quite animated too.
On the day that he bagged his first goal for Manchester City, a hug from the manager, a roar of approval from a 50,000 plus crowd, and with the aim of Silva. Navas off the outside of the post. De Bruyne's arrival nearly enough to kill the game.
Yeah, well, this wasn't happening in the first half. I mean, immediately in the second half, Manchester City looked as if they were getting into these positions in behind, and makes it more difficult to defend, and that's another close one.
Suspicion that Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain is struggling with a hamstring problem. Mohamed El-Neni is getting ready down below us. On. He's being replaced by Mohamed El-Neni. So there were fouls by both Arsenal centre-backs in the space of a few seconds. The first one ultimately penalised.
Yeah, and from where we're